Today I want to ask the question, what can you get for $10? Now that's going to vary widely depending on where you live and what you're looking for. Today I found this monitor. So it's an Acer monitor. It's model V246HL. I'm guessing it's not like the super new model, just from its appearance. I have Acer models right here, a little bit newer, frameless, but it looks very clean, and I don't even know if it works. One of the things, though, I look at is how clean is the monitor. Does it look like it's been taken care of? I check, of course, before I buy a used monitor. Does it have a lot of scratches or anything? We don't want that, do we? So, no scratches. Looks pretty clean. Whoever bought it never even took all of the plastic off of it. So, not sure that makes any difference, but there you go. The thrift store does a nice job, including the cord. Got it all zip tied on there. It didn't include any cables, but that's okay. We of course have lots of cables. So the next question is, does it even work? Well, let's find out. Let's see what you can get for $10. Maybe we just give a donation to our local thrift store. I never return these things because the main thrift store that I look for this kind of stuff at, it supports local schools. They give a lot of money every month, every year to all of the schools in the town where I live. So, I'm not going to return something. But I do definitely like to go there and search for stuff. It's just very fun to see what you can get. I might do a video on a couple of the computers that I picked up there also for $10. One of them was probably worth about $10. But one of the other ones that I picked up is a pretty good system that has a i7 4700 processor. Had Windows 7 loaded, but it's easy to upgrade to 10, which I did. So it's a pretty nice computer for $10. So let's hook up the DVI. It only has DVI and VGA, but that's okay. DVI will work just fine. So there you go. We're going to hook up a DVI there. Let's see if we can find somewhere to plug this in. I probably should have had a longer cable out just in case. Tell you what, we'll switch one from the computer. Hopefully that's a little longer. And then we'll put that one on the computer. Normally I would prepare this in advance, but I wanted to do it all right here with you so you could see. This is the first time I'm checking too. First time we're going to see if it works. I've had a lot of luck purchasing things from this thrift store. They test everything. But to be fair, even though they test everything in advance, they can't test everything in advance and in all situations. So I have caught a couple of things there that had some problems. I picked up an old Canon printer there. When I turned it on, it seemed fine. And I ran out a couple of test prints, no problem. But it quickly ran into an error code. So I'm not going to fault the store. Even if they tested it, there's no way they could have known without running several pages through. So I'm going to use an old computer that's been turned into a backup server and see if we can get this monitor to power up. Don't know if it's even on. Yes, it is. So let's see. Let's watch together. Oh, there you go. It's working. So how well is it working? Do we have like any issues with it? Not too sure. But this old ancient computer boots pretty fast. So we'll know here in a second. Now, you see how fast that ancient AMD Phenom 955 powered system boots. It's remarkable. So let's see. I can't see here, but there you go. So we have Windows 10 on there. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I can't see anything wrong with that monitor. So there you go. What can you get for $10? You can get a really nice Acer monitor. It's a 24-inch monitor, which is the size I typically use. I usually use 2, or on my main computer I have 3. 2 works for a situation like this, but usually I found 3 is the sweet spot, because I like to be able to drag things to and from both sides. It just, for some reason, feels so much more intuitive than using a dual monitor setup. So that's it for today. Maybe I'll make another video in the future of a couple of the computers that I've picked up. I've picked up a really nice HP with Windows 7 on it. It's running an old processor and Windows 7. It could be upgraded to Windows 10 for free, but I like to have Windows 7 on one of my systems, so I actually keep that as a spare Windows 7 backup. I have an old program that just does not want to work on Windows 10 properly, so very rarely I'll fire up that old thing and I'll run that program. I never need to do much, but it's just nice to have. I also keep an old Windows XP computer for the same reason. I run a old printer reset program that I haven't been able to find a Windows 10 compatible version of it, and I'm able to reset a couple of the old printers I have using that system. And it's also nice because it's a dummy system. I never connect it to the internet, and so the chances of having any problems as far as it spreading viruses through the network or anything are, almost non-existent. So that's a thought for you. It's nice to have a couple of older systems around if you ever run any old programs like that. Well, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video if you like it. And stay tuned. Let me know if you'd like to see some of the other thrift store finds and a few finds that I have made online, really good deals on systems I feel are greatly undervalued, that are easy to upgrade and easy to turn into, very usable systems on a budget. Thanks for watching.